Alright, so welcome to the 24th session, special session mastery. Give yourself a big round of applause. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So my goal is, after these 2 days, you can start getting a client and you can know at least the first 8 to 10 sessions. Because that is the key. After the 10 session, actually everything is depending on what the report says. Because the 10 session usually the 7, 8. After the 8 session, a lot of things depend on what the report says. What is the priority? I will give you a big picture of the 24 session, and then I'll go session by session this 2 days, and until you can. The goal is that you are confident to get a client right now. After this 2 day session, that is the goal. Okay, so I also record it section by section. After that, we can edit and put it online so that you can refer when you needed to. Okay, and then even if we cannot cover all 24 sessions, I think our goal is to cover at least how many sessions here? At least session 7 to 8 or at least 8 sessions until the one-page business strategy. But after that, we still continue recording section by section, but not offline. After today, we will still find time to record section by section. So next time, everything is online. So if before you go and coach a section, if you are not sure about, let's say, culture and environment, there will be a video on culture and environment, then you can refer as well. So that is the goal. Alright, so before I start, just a quick introduction. How many of you are first time here? First time this place, coming to this place. Okay, so for those who don't know, actually this is like my man cave. It was not open public. My house is just around here. If I open the curtain, you can see my house from here. It's 12-minute walking distance from here. So the purpose I had this place was for me, a place for me to think, to plan, to strategize, to write, to pray. It's just my own space. That's why there's no bed one. There's only sofa. So that's why all the books here. You can see my life purpose is on top. So this is for me to plan, and this is where 10x is born. Actually, the 10x concept was everything is here. The whole board was filled with the whole from start to end, everything. Later I can show you also the picture. So it was born here. So that's why even when I come, I pray that this place is a small place, but it will turn out $1 billion business from this place. So which almost there, we consult $1 billion company with this thinking room as well. So this is like Jack Ma, 18 years, 20 years ago, his apartment. You just saw the video, right? I posted it online. So now we did. So I said better we record more picture. Because 10 years later, we were all in a different country. You will not have this place. When you come back, Jack Ma, when you walk back to the apartment, you cry. Wow, that's the place where it started. So this is also the place where we started. And but I will keep this place. Don't worry. This is for me to do my thinking and planning. So only when we start the 10x, at first just me and Paul. So we use this place. And then more come, and until we cannot fit already. You see now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 also packed already. We have 20, 30, how to fit here. So we move to the Every Nation Damansara to me. So there's the place here. Okay, and next thing, before we go to the 24th session, session by session, I want to cover some fundamentals. Of course, I'm not going to cover the purpose, the vision and mission, all that you know already. But I want to cover 2 very important elements, which is, now we think a lot of people think, what if we fail, right? What if we fail? Fear of failure. We're scared to start. What if we fail? What if we fail? Most of people start in fear of failure. But I want to address the other issue. What if we success? What if we success? There's a fear of success. But why I want to cover, because like I said, for the 10x, I'm not worried about whether you will make money, whether you will success, because I know you will. What I'm more worried is after you success, who will you become? That is more my concern. So I want to address that now first, and I also need to keep on addressing. And I've seen all of you here as the future. Now you know there's a group leader, right? You lead, there's a group leader, but all the pioneers will become a group leader. All the first 100 pioneers will become, means that there will be 100 groups. Then 7 people, there will be 700 people, then there will be additional groups. So your role as a group leader, you also need to build the next group leader. So everyone of you will lead. That's why this is the thing that you need to also transfer to your member in the future. But of course, this is a little bit challenge, because you know all our 10x member is not an employee. All of them are leaders, they are entrepreneurs. They have a different mindset. So you need to send this across clearly to them. So that's why I said, I'm not worried whether you will take off or you will succeed. I know you will. I'm more concerned that who will you become along the way. That's more my concern. So I want to cover today is the fall of the coach. The fall of the coach. Before talk about success, you talk about fall, right? The fall of a 10x coach. So I want to cover this. So you are preempt. You know what could be a possible fall. Of course, the success you know already. You know that you follow the system, you follow the 10 mission, you follow the 24 session, you follow the you will be successful. When I say successful, in our definition, which means the identity lah. What's your identity? We are marketer, enroller, we are 7-figure earner. So you have, or in even shorter term, you will have a lot of money and a lot of time. So that is also one of our key definitions of success. So, but my question is, what would you do with that time, and who would you become in the journey? What could be possible of the fall of the coach? What do you think? Let's say you are very successful, you are doing well. What would be a possible fall?
Accountability.
Yeah, great. Accountability. What else? For sure, there is a big one.
Really?
Yes, that is a very, very obvious one. It will also happen. I think I want to I put it in no particular order. Means that doesn't mean when I put it doesn't mean that this is the most important. No, in no particular order. I think the first is the ego. Okay, this one. Okay, what else? I will explain what does it mean, sir. What else do you think? The fall of the coach. What else? What can cause a...
You forget about the mission.
Yeah. What else?
Time management.
Time management. Great. What else?
Overwhelmed by the success.
Overwhelmed. Yes. Great. What else? Okay, I think first, all of this, first ego, I think how do you know when you have ego is when number one, you start disrespecting others. Because you will come to a point that you will feel that you know everything. Maybe you already know everything, I'm not sure, but you will come to a point that, because after a while, you just go through your 100 CEOs or 100 people's health check. After 100 health check, everyone is almost very similar one. All the SME facing a problem, so you will have that can be positive and negative. You will come to a point that you say, actually before you open your mouth, I know what's the problem you face already. You will come to a point like that. You can have that ability, but doesn't mean you need to have the attitude. Means that I have the ability, the moment you tell me your size, your industry, I know already F&B or your this, and I roughly know what problem you have. I already know what problem you face, you don't even need to open your mouth. But that is the ability. It is different with the attitude. If you have this attitude, it's a problem. Ability means that I have the ability to know what's your problem that you face. But having the attitude means that you don't even need to talk, I know already. It's disrespecting others. So, also including internal members as well. To the client and to the coach, to the peer, to the mentor. So you start to disrespect others. You think that what do you mean by disrespect? The moment you believe that you are higher than someone, you are having an ego issue already. Of course, this is the very high extreme lah. But no matter what, we still have sometimes you feel that you are better than. At least let's say I'm, with all respect to my helper, but you feel that you are more superior than your helper, right? I mean my mate. But actually, that is also ego. This is also a human being. What makes you feel that you are higher than, you are more superior than your helper? She is doing her job, you are doing your job. So, my job is doing this, her job is doing cleaning. So, what makes you feel that you are more superior than the person? So, the moment you have that is actually ego. But I mean, having said that, I'm also like that. That's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that whatever I share with you, I'm perfect. I'm also learning this. That's why I'm also creating a culture of accountability that everyone keeps each other accountable. When you see someone is like that, then you are open for the person to talk to you. So the first thing is ego, and second, disrespecting others is one. feeling yourself higher than, more superior than another person is another sign. This is just to help you to alert, because sometimes you don't know that you have an ego. Or when you start to alert that, that's the criteria. When you start disrespecting others, when you start to feel that you are more superior than others, and last, the third point, of course I don't cover everything, but I put in the 3 points. The third point is when you stop learning. That is when you know you have an ego issue. When you feel that I know that, okay, been there, done that, I know that I don't need to grow anymore, I don't need to learn anymore.
Sorry, what's the second one again?
The second one is when you feel that you are superior than others. First is disrespecting others. Second is when you feel that you are more superior than others. Third is when you stop learning. So, because that's the quote you can see, if I stop reading, I stop leading. Yeah. Same thing, if you stop learning, you stop leading. As a leader, we always grow and always learn. Even more so, we are in the profession, we are in the industry. You see, there's a lot of different industries like construction, you have F&B, you have engineering. The moment we become a coach, you are into this knowledge industry. So if you are in a knowledge industry and you stop growing your knowledge, how possible can it be? Right? It's like you are the runner, but you don't run, you don't exercise. Right? It's impossible. That is part of our routine. So reading, for sure, one of that is the most basic is reading. So you see, I have 3 quotes. 1, 2, the back one is another one. That is the core belief. I think the first one is a person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read. This is the first insight that helped me realize that, wow, if I don't read, they help me to understand that reading is actually a blessing. Means that I have eyes, I can understand literacy. But if I don't read, I actually have no different with someone who have no literacy at all. Means that if someone who can't read at all, you have no different, you have no advantage. Because he can't read and he don't read. You can read and you also don't read. You have no advantage. So that makes me start, okay, I must start reading. And then the other quote, what did you say?
One row.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So you say that today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So if you want to lead, you need to read. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Then I ask myself, then when I can stop reading, then the third quote comes. If I stop reading, I stop leading. So means that you can continue to grow. An average global leader read about 4 books a month, average. So it's about 50 books a year. about 48 books to 52 books a year. That's the global standard. Of course, I cannot match that also. My highest record is 24 books a year. But that's my point. What I'm trying to say is that when you stop learning, you know that you have ego. Of course, stop means that you know you're busy and all that is fine, but if you know that I don't need to learn already, I'm okay. What? I still need to go workshop, are you joking or what? You know, you will face people like that, or I'm a guru in this area, I don't need to learn that. Kati always said, when he interviewed all the billionaires in the world who are sustainable, all of them are students. They also want to learn. When every time Kati interviewed them, sometimes Kati feel like he was being interviewed. Because the person said, hey, very interesting, why are you doing this? Who commissioned you to do this? So Kati feel like he is the one who being interviewed because they are so curious, they also want to learn. They say, what is your profession in your consulting, what do you do? So that is the first ego. Second, complacent or comfort. So second, 4 is that when you become complacent, when you become comfort, I'm not saying that you need to keep pushing every time of the way, but there will be there are so many examples. I think Paul shared with you many times also when he first got his first 3 clients, 4 clients, he's very relaxed. Then suddenly the client dropped. The client will drop for whatever reason, doesn't mean you don't create result. I can tell you, Paul will share with you, the first client dropped, he created so much result for the client, and the client said, oh, thank you, this is a good result, I want to stop already after 3 months. So, doesn't mean that you create result for them, they will not stop, And then second one, divorce, I cannot focus on business, I thought, okay. So they are for whatever reason, but because after he took off, he complacent already, he didn't continue market and all that, then suddenly he dropped 2 clients, So then he knows that, okay, I cannot be complacent, I need to keep doing this. So I said, you cannot stop marketing. Even though your client is full, you need to marketing your weekly warm list, and you need to keep doing. You can offer to someone, you can keep them into the pipeline, but you don't get complacent. That is very, very key. In also whatever you do, because the moment you get complacent, is whatever I said, you are not hungry anymore, and someone will come and overtake you. So that is the key. And but of course, we are not afraid of losing our position. But because of our mission, we believe that the more we do, the more we bless the business, the community. So you are losing your power to bless. That is the key. That's the second. Third, what is the fourth? Okay, third is the 3 risks that I mentioned. Number 1, reputation risk. Reputation risk means that your reputation, because whatever you do, it is your reputation that counts. In our industry, I think in our industry coaching, yes, but of course it's not as serious as consulting. Consulting, class, coaching, they have a different reputation risk. The highest is consulting, means that the moment you fail one project, you can almost cannot survive in the industry anymore. One project only, because they pay you a lot. They pay you 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. When they pay you so much, the expectation is very, very high. You cannot have a bad reputation. Just like I always ask my client or even my friend, I say, can you imagine if your company want to spend a 2 million on consulting fees? And for sure, you will just call the previous client and ask, hey, how's Joshua doing? How is global strategy doing? How is Kate performance? How is your consulting project with them? If they say, not bad lah, okay. Of course, if they say bad, don't even talk about it lah. What if they say, not bad lah, they are okay, not bad. Do you think it's enough? No, I won't pay 2 million for okay, not bad. They must say that, oh, they are so good, you must engage them. There's so much value, just one insight, our business transform. They must be a 9-10 in order for you to continue to survive in this business or strive in this industry. So that's very, very high reputation risk. But coaching is not that much, but it's still, whatever you do is your reputation, is the one, like Jerome is a good example. He only got 1 client, now he took on 4 clients, all the 3 clients is closed by his first client. Not even refer, it's closed. He will tell the client, he will tell the friend, this Jerome is very good, he already closed. When I see them, straight away, do the 100 CEO that, okay, so when can we start? He already closed on behalf already. So he just do one good job. The rest is all referred. Matthew is a client, right? Then Zong, one more, then the new one also just confirm. It's all referred by the same client, the first client. So that's why I said you just need to focus on what you have. Because sometimes we are so lost focus or fear that when we have 1 client, then we faster focus on the next client, then faster focus on the next client, then you keep focusing on getting a new client, but you forgot that the best client is on your hand. When you do a great job, Kathy always say this, when you are doing, be it a project or a client, when you're doing so good, the project or the client will create fragrance and you will attract other clients. So you just need to focus so well on what is on your hand. So whatever given to you is a blessing, is a gift. So that's always what Kathy also remind me, that every project, we treat it very sacred. Sacred is like 神圣. It's like very sacred because the trust that the client gives us, it's not just the 2 million they give you, they give you the trust. So we need to treat it with respect, we say it sacredly, we really want to deliver a great job. So same with coaching client. When they give it the coaching, when they engage you as a coach, it's very sacred because it's the personal relationship they are entrusting to you. They trust you that you can help them, and they also open up their life to you, they open their business to you, they are being so vulnerable to you. So you must treat it with respect and sacred, that you will do your best to make sure that you do result. That is reputation risk. But before I go to the next risk, having said that, the other 4 side of it is that I'm not asking you to be entangled by client result. This is another trap. One side is the person don't care, the other side is care too much, over care. Both also problem. What we want, I'm saying that at your role and scope, you want to do whatever it takes and best to deliver. But I'm not asking you to entangle with the result. It means that sometimes really the client fail for a certain reason that is beyond your control. But you don't say, okay, never mind, I'll jump in to do the sales for you, I'll jump in to do this for you. Don't do that lah. That is also being entangled, because even consulting, they have their own problems. Sometimes it's family issue, sometimes it's marriage issue. So you sometimes really cannot do, but you do your best within your capacity, not entangle with the result, but yet not just take it too lightly. So that is, but you must treat it with sacred and respect, that is the key, because that is our reputation. Okay, so reputation risk. So this one is a very huge risk, because imagine 1, 2, 3, 4 client you coach all bad, all fail. Imagine the next person you coach, he would know what, oh, they will talk about you and then your reputation is at risk. Next is even bigger risk is legal risk. This one I cannot emphasize more. This is really a fault of a coach. Legal risk is when you leak out P&C information. This is also the highest risk for 10x. Why? Because we are very, very open. I'm opening to you. That's why I say whatever I share here, I just want to remind you, names and all that is only for internal use. So means that when I tell you, you cannot go and say, you know, Paul, Jerome Hall is client from Matthew. Don't name all these people out and all that because this is P&C. So you never know whether they want to share it or not. You don't go out and say, no, Paul, you know, he lost the client, he created so much result for the client, and then the client dropped. You may talk to that client, you know, you never know. Sometimes the world is very small. So you will thought that Paul go out and talk bad about him, even though you don't know who is the client and mention him. So all this you need to be very, very careful. But legal risk is even 10 times or 100 times more deadly than in the consulting pillar, because I said you share one wrong information, you can go to jail. So that is billion-dollar company information is the money. They can, because of that, competitor catch up and do something, or insider trading, whatever possible reason it can happen, that is very, very risky. And that's why I say P&C, even if you're in the Trello, we always put your team name bracket P&C, your team name bracket P&C, because I want to remind you how important is P&C. And I also want to tell you, in our team, I have given, if you know, right, if attitude or core value breach notice is 3 notice, then you are out of the team. And for breaching P&C rules, it depends on the leadership team decision, because we want to see how big is the breach and how intentional is the breach. If it's the intentional breach, only 1 notice, means that 1 equals to 3. Once we find out, sorry, you're out. Or the lowest one is 2. Means that once you breach, whether you are intentionally or not intentionally, if intentionally, only 1 time, you're out. If you are not intentional or whatever, we will decide in LT, then it's 2 notice. And that notice will carry for
2 years.
2 years, right? 2 years or the contract, 5 years. Okay, then we decide again, but that is the whole idea. And I can share with you this, make it very, very clear. And they already have people in TEDx have received this notice. And I can tell what was the incident, so you all are aware as well. Because when I say we are P&C, means that it's P&C punya, P&C punya, P&C. Means that is what it means by punya, it means that deeper level, P&C of the P&C of the P&C. Means what? Means he went to a platform, he went to, let's say, something like EO or Wistage or YPO, or it's a platform that also bound by P&C rules, right? I mean, go to EO, okay, nothing is bound by P&C rules, and then he shared it in that platform. It's also a problem, because he or she thought that because it's P&C so I thought I can share openly, no? So, but the problem was the client friends was there. So means that I want to let you know that that is the deepest level of P&C. Means that when you go to that kind of platform which promise or protect with P&C, you can only share your own thing. Don't share your client thing. You get what I mean? So because this person is also considered innocent, in his mind he or she was innocent, because this is supposed to be a P&C platform, that's why I share it. But so happened, that's why I said it's not so happen, even the person is not there, it's not right. So I want to tell you that this is very important, and this person almost is out because of the innocent. But of course, we give a chance, we just say, okay, it's 2 notice, it's not 3. So just need to be really aware of that. And sometimes you may not notice another person who are very new, but don't know about this, how deep is this rules. So when after this person did 100 CO, he openly said, oh, the client was so funny just now, actually the revenue is 3 million, he told me it's 30 million, then after he texted me, he said actually 3 million. But a lot of people sitting there, you know. So this is again another, but to this person he don't know, he just thought it's sharing, but I means that you are not aware. So I want to let you know that how important is this rules. And for the first incident, the person who hear it, of course how we found out, he tell another coach, I said, why your coach can leak information like that? So he said, I will never trust the coach like that. You see, you will not only affect one person, you affect the whole 10x reputation. So I want to let you know it's not only for yourself, it's also a fact for your whole. So suppose that was actually very, very potential client for the other coach. But because of this, do you think you dare to engage a coach? Not only you kill your own reputation, you also kill the 10x. Not only you kill the 10x, you also kill the industry because he is scared to engage coach because he's scared that coach will take the information. So that is something we just need to. This is another fall of the coach. Okay, and last one. I mean, in the third risk. Okay, third risk is something very, very hard to understand one. I also take many years to understand. Which is called attraction risk. Okay, so what is attraction risk? Attraction risk is because when you start to on stage or you start to coach people, you start to get known, you will attract different things, right? Of course, when you attract, you attract positive things, you also attract negative things. So the attraction risk, when I talk of risk, I talk about here is the negativity and also the jealousy risk that you will attract. So, but you never know because I didn't know as well. I'm very naive. I just thought, oh, my heart is good. I just want to do good thing. So you will attract jealousy. People will try to find fault with you. They will try to. You never know. I can share you case that not happened to me. That the person in surface is like your fans. Every session you do, they will follow. They will cheat. They will go and attend. But they are finding a chance to attack. Anything that you say wrong, anything that you do wrong, I find it happens to one of the speakers. So this person is in the surface, it's like your fans, everywhere you go, he is there or she is there, but they are finding evidence that any chance I can put you down. And this speaker had no relationship with this person, has also no, just that I just don't like you. You have people like that. So I don't know why, but just need to, but what can you do with this? Actually, there's nothing much you can do. I just let you know, but of course, Kati advice to me is that, maybe you don't post your family picture online. But to me, it's too much. I'm not a multi-billionaire. I don't need to protect like that. So, but I say you just need to be aware. Maybe, why people like that? Because they imagine, now imagine that you take off already. You have phase 1, phase 2 take off. Maybe you are earning 30, 40, 50,000 a month, and you're working few days, and then this person working like hell. And gets very little, and then face problems in life and challenges, and then you see this person, then they see you like so relaxed, talk only, don't need to do work one, you just say only, and then work few days, and earn so much. You just don't know and then you know that when the person, the mindset is wrong, is screwed, and they will have their own answer in their mind one. The moment you forgot to say hi to them, then big problem already. You see now I know this person now is a different person already. His ego, you see now he's like that. So then they'll find ways to. Okay, and I said this is something you cannot control. It happens to me, which I didn't even aware. How it happened to me is that also, actually until now I don't know who's the person. But because this person go to Kate and tell him, beware of Croatia. He's someone very scary. And Kate told me this, consider my inner circle, my close friend, consider. So he said you need to be careful of him, he will take advantage of you, after he uses you, he will just run away. So, and Karthik know because of course he know me. He said you just need to be careful. He said don't expose everything to everyone, don't be so naive, share your thing, everything also share. So things happen, and then reason one is also happen that the one coach, one of the coach, I don't know who, maybe sitting here, no. Okay, one of the coach, but I think maybe left already. One of the coach, sorry, it's not, I don't know whether it's the coach, but Kai told me it's the part of the 10x one, is this group, maybe it's mentee, maybe it's before official join, maybe it's those approach, it's in this circle. So, this person told one of the leaders in the other group that I'm taking advantage of them, and that I'm doing bad things and doing things. So it's talk about all the things. Kate say a few things. So then this leader go and talk to Kate. So of course, Kate know what's going on, then he just responds, he said, you don't need to tell me who is the person and you don't need to tell me anything more. So the way Kate responds is that, first he said, I have no respect for people who bite the hand that feed them. This in Indian, there's this philosophy lah, that you don't bite the hand that feed you lah. It's like, so he said, then he tell the person, you know Joshua, right? He said, his heart is just to help. He said, well, his heart is to help. So I don't need to know this person. I doubt the integrity of this person. He said, first, we don't bite the hand that feed you lah. So, I mean, but for now, I didn't even charge anything, you know. It's nothing. So he said, so anyway, so the Kati just asked me just to be careful. I said, don't be too open. That's why when I keep expanding, then he also very worried. He said, don't be so naive. You don't know who is the human, who is gold. Right? So anyway, I just keep doing it, and yeah, that is something you need to be aware. And even more reason, all this will let you know so that it will happen, but you just prepare to have that. Sometimes you cannot prepare like do things to protect, but you just need to be, when it comes, you don't suddenly just get off track. So recently also, a friend I know for over 10 years, not very close, a very, very prominent person in the business industry. So you know, recently I do the talk, right? We do the 10XP and all that. So this person, okay, you know Dato KK is my client, right? So Dato KK sent to a lot of the contact, all the prominent businessmen. So this person say, I keep calling back to Dato KK and then I tell him, he say, hey, this Joshua cannot, he's a liar, he's a cheater, you know. You need to be careful of him. Because he don't know I'm coaching KK. So he asked him, then he said, why do you say that? No, I said, hey, Joshua got do anything wrong to you? Why you are so emotional and all that? No, I don't like, he's a cheater, he cheat my friend 100,000, you know. Then my friend said, who is it? You cheat people still got name one ma. Don't have, no, but got lah. Because I think he don't even know what I do, you know, because he thought he said he teach people do Facebook marketing, his Facebook also no one like one. It's very dumb, I mean, he don't even know what I do because he just thought I'm doing, and yeah, so he don't know what I do. So he thought, and he thought maybe what I do, maybe maximum I can charge 100,000 only lah. So he said I charge, but my minimum project is 1 million. If I cheat, I will cheat 1 million, I want 300,000. So anyway, but I really don't know. This person I have hi bye, I know them, he know me, and when you see me, he's still brother like that one. But behind wow, I was so shocked. So then he said he want to be a speaker, he cannot even talk, want to be a speaker, blah 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 blah. You be careful of him, you need to be careful of him. Wow, that's why KK shared me and someone showed me the message, you see, wow, what do you did wrong to him? I say nothing. So you see, in the market, you just don't know, people are just like that. That's why, of course, my takeaway is this. In life, you only need to focus on what matters and who matters. Means that whatever I do, I just focus on what matters to me. Which is, I'm going on stage because I'm blessing the SME, I'm blessing them, I want to do a good job for them. And only to who matters. This person does not matter in my life. So why do I care? I mean, you can say whatever you want. At first I really cannot sleep, you know, because I say, why people like that? Why they try to hurt my reputation? I'm a good guy, I'm trying to do my good thing. But actually it doesn't matter because this person does not matter in my life. So I still see him. Yeah, hi, bro. Yeah, my life is okay. Yeah. So, but it does not matter to me. Yeah. So that's why it's even more important that we have a community like this, because we know we trust each other, we support each other, and when 10x really go and do great things, there's no question. How can you? Yeah, you can attack me. You attack everyone. Everyone is doing good thing. What else can you? What can you say? That's why I said the community is very important. In fact, then when I met the same day after that happened, I met with this one of our alumni, SNC alumni. So recently he also got attacked by someone who don't know from where. So he said sometimes it's very hard to be a leader. So I said to run in the industry, to do something different. So I told him it's okay. That's why I comfort him. I said it's okay. I said as long as people who matter to you understand you lah. Those who don't matter also doesn't matter. So after I said to him, I actually comfort him. Then only I feel it's true. It's also for myself. Yeah. So it's true. So I'm telling you this attraction risk. It will happen, but I'm not saying to scare you. Just to let you know that it will happen and we just take it on. I mean, we just do our right thing, we make sure our heart is right, and when it comes, it's okay. So when I go on stage, you can say whatever you want, but I'm doing a good job. Because when you are a leader or you are a good brand, you either love it or hate it. You never ignore it. How do you define a good brand? You either love it or you hate it, but you never ignore it. How many of you like durian? How many of you hate durian? How many of you love the marmite, the porridge, the marmite, you know, the black currant marmite? How many of you don't like? So there are people who hate. So those are, you see, those are strong brands. How many of you love Najib? How many of you hate Najib? Yeah, and no joke, there are people who love Najib. And even the Chin Chin, a lot of people love her or hate her. So even Obama, a lot of people love her, a lot of people hate her also. Even Donald Trump, a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. So, but that's a good leader. A good leader is, because why? Because the moment you become a leader, you stand for something. The moment you stand for something, people want to attack you. People who are against that value, they will attack you. People who stand for the value, they will support you. If you don't want to be hate, you just don't stand for anything lah. Then it's okay what. People say this, yeah, I'm also like that. You say like, yeah, I'm also like that. So then no one will hate you. The moment you stand for something, people will hate you because there are people against your value, which is okay. Which means that good news. You are a leader already. So this is the fourth. Very important. I'm talking to myself also. Health. Our health issue is one of the key. Because, yeah, you can do so good. Imagine everything is good, you are doing so well, everything pure. But then, touch wood, something happened to your health. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Of course, that's why I'm saying this not in sequence of importance. Not in sequence of importance. Importance. Okay? Not in the sequence of importance. So, means that it doesn't matter, but it's the last. Last is very, very common. This one, I must make sure I emphasize and again and again and again and again and again. Plus. Okay, so, sorry, last two, it's all, 5, 6, 7 is very, very similar. That means, so lack of stewardship mindset, what does it mean? Of course, I based this in the story of the Bible, Matthew chapter 20, verse 1 to 6. This happened to one of my mentees that we really, this one you just need to, I said every time I need to set the foundation right. This will be not only 4, this will be a big 4. Stewardship mindset means what? I should first share with you a story and you see whether you can relate to that. Maybe not now, but eventually you might or you will. So this stewardship mindset is talk about the vineyard story. It's a yard, just like a farm. So is it that time, long time ago, the vineyard, everyone is looking for a job. They have no job, and no job, they have no food. So in the morning, of course, this is not exact word by word, I just give you the direction of the story. So in the morning, the owner of this vineyard, before he left, he saw this guy standing outside and said, can you give me a job? I want to work because I have no money for food. I really want to work. I can just give me a job. So he said, sure, okay, can. The working time is 9 to 5, sorry, 9 to 5. Okay, so the working time is 9 to 5, this is what you do in the vineyard, and you will be paid 1 denarius, it's like say 1 silver. I said, great, thank you, it's so grateful, thank you so much, I cannot find a job, and thank you for giving me this, I remember this, I'm so grateful, forever grateful for you. And okay, sure, no problem, you just work. So you just go out, and then when he came back, about 1 o'clock, another guy standing outside, he said, oh, is it, can you give me a job, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, sure, he said, the end of the work is 5. So you just go and work. So then he will work. Then after before 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, someone came again. He said, oh, can I get a job? I really need a job. Okay, sure, you just stop. But our job is end at 5. So sure, after 5, by 5 o'clock the job ends. Everyone deliver whatever they're supposed to deliver. So now paying time. So the first person 9 o'clock, he said, this is your salary. This is your reward. 1 denarius. Then he said, thank you. He said, I'm so happy, thank you. Second person, this is 1 denarius, this is your reward. Third person, this is 1 denarius, this is your reward. Everyone is so grateful except the first one, followed by the second one. The first one was the worst. He was so mad. He said, I work from 9 to 5, and I get 1, this guy came at 1, this guy came at 4, he still get 1, he do the same scope and much less for me, and he get, so he was so mad and so angry. And the owner response was this, he says, I thought you were very happy just now, right? What was we agreed is that you work 9 to 5, I give you 1 these areas, and you were very, very happy with that, and you were so grateful. So what's wrong with you now? So he ended with this, he said, are you not happy with my generosity? So what we agreed is this, and you were grateful for that. And now, I want to be generous to someone, aren't you not happy with my generosity? So, that story is very important in 10x. Why? Because you come in different time, and you do different scope. There will be time, it might, they will happen that someone will earn more, someone will earn less, someone will get more of my attention, more of the leader attention. So there will be things like that. But how would your attitude be? That is, see, I say it's easier. When it happened to you, it's very tough. The emotion is there. So, can you imagine? That's why everyone come in. If you remember, I asked you exact amount, how much you want to earn. Some say 10, some say 20, some say 30, some say it doesn't matter, whatever amount. So I want to remind, that's why I say I want to remind you that when you hit that amount, it's enough. Doesn't mean you, when I say it's enough, doesn't mean you cannot grow. Everything else is bonus. Because when you earn, let's say you come in and say, actually everyone have 30,000, I'm very happy with it. And when you hit 30, you see someone hit 80, and he come in later than you, or he do less than you. Wow, you cannot take it already. I'm working so hard, I do so much, I contribute so much to 10x, I do all the slides, I do the video editing, I do this, I do that. I was the one in the beginning, I mop the floor, mop the floor. No, then, even the person getting 300,000, you are getting 30,000, but aren't you happy? Imagine you said 30,000 is what you want, and now you get 30,000. Now you get 30,000. Are you not happy with God's generosity? I mean, of course, not mine. I'm not giving him, but it's God to bless this person more. There's a reason. So, I'm just saying this that just to be aware. Of course, saying it's easy. When it happens to you, it's very, very tough. But that is the strength of our team. If we can overcome this, and everyone have a stewardship mindset, I agree with this and I do this, and then we all focus on the bigger vision. We want to solve the world problem together. You are not counting. So, but of course, I'm not asking you to struggle. You already get what you were happy with. Can you get more? Sure. I'm just saying that I just want you to have that mindset of the stewardship mindset. That's and all the rest is very similar. It's the light bulb story. Light bulb story. It's a very similar, 5, 6, 7 is similar, and 7 is called sense of entitlement. It's very similar. Also the 4, light bulb story, I always share this, I say light bulb story is, imagine that when you first started in something, doesn't matter how experienced you are in other area, when you first started coaching or when you first started something new, you are like a light bulb that cannot shine. So you learn how to shine. So when you go to a room, everyone is shining, you don't know how to shine. But over time, you will start to know how to shine, and you will come to a time that you are overshine. When you go to a room, people's eyes will feel pain. Means that you are too much. You are very loud. I know everything. So it will come to a time you are overshine. But at first you don't know how to shine. Then after that you know how to shine, and after a time you will overshine. But the question is, once you're aware, then you will learn how to tune your brightness. Means that when you go to a room, last time you don't know how to shine, you always wanted to shine. Then you will come to a point that always when you go in, you are the brightest in the room. But after a while, you will come to a point, if you wake up, you will come to a point that you go to the room, if the room is too dark, then you will shine a little bit for people. And you see people start to shine, you also tune down your light, allow people to shine. So you can control your brightness, you can control your greatness. So that is another story that you need to be aware, because there will become a time, every time when I say that, I'm not saying that if it happened, I always say when it happened. Because it will happen, you cannot realize it won't, because it happened to me. And it's stages by stages, you will come to a point. But the question is, if you are aware, you are humble, you will be alert. Then people talk to you, you will wake up. Oh yeah, okay, can. I thank you for the feedback. You alert, then you wake up. That is very important. So that was very last is the sense of entitlement. This is a huge one. Sense of entitlement is when the more you are contributing, the more you are doing good, the more this. You start to have a sense of entitlement that I'm supposed to do that, I'm supposed to have that. This one is I'm supposed to get this. This is what belongs to me. I'm supposed to get it. So you start to have a sense of entitlement, and this is the fall of everything beginning. It goes within the church as well, and everywhere. You see the church suddenly grows so much when the pastor feels that, hey, I grow this from zero. So if I take 1 million, now every month the church got 100 million. If I take 1 million, I deserve it. Actually, it's true also, you deserve it, but it's the sense of entitlement that you felt that I deserve it. I'm the one who do this, I've done so much, I deserve this. So that is the problem. Of course, when having said that, I also have this problem. So because the truth is that you really contributed a lot, automatically human will have a sense of entitlement. But I'm just saying that you just need to be aware of that. And the solution to that, like I said, always, all this for this three thing, the solution to that is this. A grateful journal. And you really need to practice it. I said I cannot emphasize how important, and I know this is the key for 10x sustainability. Because when everyone growing, everyone is a coach, you are doing great things, people respect you, people look up to you, everyone's ego will go up. So the only thing is that we will keep as a team is when we really have a grateful journal, that we really practice it. And I shared with you before, a few times, I have a problem with Kate. Actually, one incident, Kate said something to me. Again, all this P and C, he don't even know this. Kate don't even know this. So because he said something to me, feedback, I was very offended. I didn't say it. I was very offended. Even until the point, I think maybe that's it lah. Maybe I don't want to work with him anymore. Maybe I just, yeah lah, it's enough lah. Enough is enough. Maybe I just go on my own. I just offended. Then the next day, when I wake up, of course I didn't share with anyone. I didn't even share with my wife on this. So you see, that's why I show you my grateful journal. So the next day I wake up, because I have a habit to read my grateful journal when I wake up. There's a problem. Slow. Grateful journal. Okay. So, okay, I'll start with, okay, today is what day? Monday. Today is Thursday, tremendous Thursday. Okay, grateful for life, grateful for Connie. So I read lah. So when I reach this part, I write, okay, I say grateful. Where is it? Okay, so I say grateful for Kate, the man who opened my world to strategy, consulting, global thinking and high standard, gave me opportunity to transform my career to greater height. Ever since I met Kate in 2011, my career knowledge skills have been going to different levels. Sharing personal for CEO, it's my turning point in my career, followed by consulting job at Grandpa Hatton at Fastcon. I'm on my way to world-class and global. Kate is a mentor that can bring me to my dream and to advise leaders, not only corporate leader or also country leader. I'm grateful for Kate. So after I read this, suddenly I tell myself, how can I even think of that? And how can I even think of that? Then when I have that grateful heart, and in that mode and energy, I reflect what he told me yesterday that offended me. And actually, he said the same thing when he first consulted me, when he first mentored me about, I think, 9 years ago. And you know, at the time, he said the same thing, the same feedback. You know what was my attitude at the time? Thank you, Kate, thank you so much, thank you for telling me this. Thank you for feedback, I will improve on this, I'll grow on this. That was my posture, you know. Thank you so much, thank you so much. And 7 years later, that was 2 years ago, same feedback, but I got offended. What's changed? Actually, Kate didn't change. He gave the same feedback. What changed was my ego. I was nobody, now I'm somebody. You cannot say me like this. You see the point? Even I'm scared of myself. How scary? How can I even think of like that? I mean, when I read this, wow. You know, that's why I cannot emphasize how important is grateful journal. Because of this, I said, wow, most of my thing in career is what Kate gave it to me. But why I can even think of like that? So what changed? My ego changed. I am somebody now. But who made me the somebody? It was Kate. But now I became a somebody. I cannot take feedback. I cannot take this feedback. Then, of course, when I'm angry, I think the way you say it is wrong, you shouldn't say it like that. But actually, it didn't change. I changed. My ego changed. I become a bigger person. So, that was the problem. So I said, this is very important. And you need to write it down. When you have received grateful, you write it down. You really, because that is something that will overcome. Because I can promise you, the closer the proximity, the more flaws that you will see of somebody. When we're in the stage, when people look at it at stage, everything is good. When you get closer, closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, so anyway, so yeah, when you get closer, then you will find the flaws. No one is perfect. So I'm also telling you, when you are closer to me, you will find flaws. You will see flaws in whatever I do. But are you open to talk to me and discuss and trust me enough that if I say something offended you, do you have the trust that I don't mean it? Or you have the belief that, yeah, he mean it. I think the deepest level is the belief and trust. That's why whatever, let's say me and my wife, whatever she said offended me, but in the deepest level, I believe she don't mean it one. She don't want to hurt me. I believe that is the deepest belief. But it turned out that she offended me. So we can talk it out. But in your deepest belief, the root, you believe that she is like that one. That's very hard to talk already. Because whatever she said no use, you believe that she intend. So that's why whatever I say, do you believe that I really have the heart for you and in the team as well? So that is very important. If you have all this, the solution is grateful journal. Do you write a grateful journal? Are you a naturally grateful person in life? So that is very, very important. Because when you are grateful, you also attract people who are grateful to you. So you see, I also have, not only have a grateful journal, I have a grateful receive. So when people then I also keep it because that's to encourage me when I'm down. Yeah, I don't. People say that I'll receive message. Brother, my life won't be so without you. Your life is matter to remember. Thanks so many. Then I respond. So who sent me this? Sent by Jerome. In the last season, every year, my wife review every year. The few years today, I want to thank and credit to you. Thank you for leading me to Then Paul. I'm in Starbucks. Then he just took off the first year. I'm in Starbucks communing, setting my goal like last year. Looking back at the although I didn't achieve all that, but I already improved a lot. I didn't improve since I didn't improve so much since I born. Then my tears came out when I think back. It's for joy and celebration, not giving up during the bad time. I remember you said when we first met in NS2 mentoring in Pelita. Pelita also closed already now. You said you can't guarantee I will success, but you will guarantee that I will be a better person. You already did. Thank you for changing my life. So all this it means a lot to me. So I keep it also. When I'm down, I will read this. All the people that who say things to me. So grateful journal and grateful receive. So I say one of the best gifts I received in my life is this is gift to me by my dad team. Your message. So this is they did handmade, everything. So they all the dad team the grateful message. So it's very, very powerful. So anyway, so this is something. So I think when you are you are grateful, you will attract people who are grateful to you as well. Of course, I say that when you attract, you also attract good and bad, but you must practice it. So I say these three, the only solution is grateful, because really, like I say, even when you look at someone, a fox, a cat, and a lion look the same when they are young. A fox, a cat, and a lion look the same when they are young. They are always cute. But when they grow up, one will bite you, one will screw you up. Only one will become a good cat. So when I say obedient, so it means the character. So it means that when someone is new in something, they are junior in something, they are always nice. But when you become somebody, that is the question. That's why this is what I'll share with you. This is very important before I go into the 7th session. Of course, I'm not going to have a vision because I want to say this to you first. And I'm not telling you that if it's happened. I'm just saying that when it happened, are you aware of that? Because after I share today, I'm sure you are aware. So it's different that you don't know. Then you just don't know. When it happens, it's too late. No one can talk to you already because you already face it, you already ego, you already angry me, you already angry who, because this, because that. It's very hard to talk to you already. But if you know all these 7 pillars of falling, 7 possibility of a fall of a 10x coach, then you are open. Means that you must be open for your teammate or your team leader to talk to you in your life. That when it happens, say, hey, Harry, now I know you are mentoring the Prime Minister of Singapore, but you are still too ego. But your hair grew up already, can you cut it now? Okay. So the question is, are you still open to open to mentor, open to feedback when you are somebody. That is the question. And of course, we never somebody. When you say somebody, means that you have ego already. And also link back the part that where I got offended when the person talked bad about me. And I don't think back, actually why I got offended, why I cannot sleep, because I believe I'm somebody. If, I think last time, if 10 years ago he talked bad about me, I'm okay one. Why now I cannot take it? Because I believe I'm somebody already. That's why when they talk about me like that, I cannot take it. Yeah, actually it's okay what. If I'm nobody, you talk only, but because I believe I'm somebody already, that's why when you say talk bad about me, I cannot take it. So the moment I think like that, I'm okay already. It's okay lah. I mean, it's you talk lah. I'm okay. I just focus on things that matter to me. Okay, so that is the session 1 of the 4 of a 10x coach. So, okay, so we'll take a break now. Actually, a break is just a quick break, toilet break, plus we let people come in because there are people waiting. Then we'll go for the next session. But before pause first, hold on. Diamond. 1 quick round, your diamond. Each person only have 30-second diamond. Okay. Yep, let's go.
I can go first.
Yeah.
It's the quote that you mentioned. In life, you only focus on what matters and who matters.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you. Next.
Okay, I was about to say the same, so okay.
It's okay, can.
Yeah, it's really. I think
why?
we will focus on what matters and my value and principle rather than what people say Just keep move forward to.
Okay, very good. Next.
Omar, something not directly but connected with that, there have to be some things that I will do every day, and everything has to be scheduled after that. Yes. So things like, for example, reading, things like sharing with other people, and preparing my goals. And but for example, reading, it's something that everything can be after that.
Yeah. So prioritize that.
Yes, so prioritizing and keeping closely to the schedule, because things that priority is where it is in your timetable. That's
Okay, great. Although I don't know where the diamond come from, but it's okay. Yeah.
I think it's very important that the parable that you share, whether when we start as a pioneer 1, pioneer 2, pioneer 3, ultimately it's always a platform as being a pioneer itself.
Good.
That's my line.
Great, good. Yeah.
My diamond is just focus on what matters and who matters.
Okay, elaborate, because she said first she didn't elaborate, so now she said already, then she said now you say, so you need to elaborate, what do you mean? Why do you say that?
Because when you're so focused on your purpose, right, which is what matters, and the people who can help you or will support you, encourage you to achieve what matters, means those people who matters, your parents, your family, your lovers, your community. All the noises and all the distraction that can pull you down.
Okay, great, next.
Mine is a lack of stewardship mindset, which is, for me, is do not fall into the trap of comparing yourself with others who are achieving more than your desired goal. Initially, my goal was this. When I begin to compare with others who's achieving more, then you start to feel envy or jealousy or whatever not, and that will just destroy you. That will just distort your mindset. That will just kill you.
Great, thank you. I think add on to that, also compared to up and down also not good. Means that you sometimes you compare up or even down also not good. You know people is so little, then I'm also very good already. I mean even up or down also not good. You should focus on what is your purpose.
Yeah.
Great.
For me, it's the mindset of a lot of people would always start with the mindset of what if I fail? But it's so good to tweak it always at what if we succeed. And it just empowers you when you already see success. You'll just keep on going and going and going until you achieve that.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
I never thought this the first session is very powerful because it's not just surface, it's go very deep.
Yeah.
Especially the 5, 6, 7. Is the 1 to 4 is very good already, but 5, 6, 7 is something that go very deep as a character of a person, people, and you for TEDx coaches, you actually bring this up and the things that we cannot ignore for you know, for going long term.
Yeah.
As a person.
Great. Thank you. Yes. Harry?
Another one is if you are a good brand, people either love you or hate you. You know.
But they never acknowledge you. Okay. Great. Thank you. All right.